Hey friends, welcome to China Coaching. Rob here with my buddy Mayank. In this video today, we're going to share about Mayank's internship experience and how it can help you in your own job search here in America. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. At China Coaching, we're all about helping international students be successful here in America. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if it's helpful to you, and even leave some comments below. Let's interact, let's connect, continue the conversation, and also let's connect online on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and let's see how we can help each other out. My buddy Mayank here, he just graduated, which is really exciting. It was fun getting to be at his graduation ceremony. We're going to let Mayank kind of share his journey, his story, to help you guys learn from his work experience for all of you guys who are out looking there for jobs here in America as well.
Hey, hi folks. My name is Mayank, as Rob mentioned. I am from India. I joined UT Dallas in August 2017 for MS ITM course. When I joined, I was enrolled in two courses that were MS and MBA both, but later I decided to drop MBA and pursue that somewhere down the line in my career, and not now. In India, I did my bachelor's in engineering from VTU. That's quite some time back in 2012. I worked for around 5 years. I started my career with Infosys. At Infosys, I was a systems engineer doing development and a bit of technical consulting. Then I joined Dallas-based DXC Technology. I was working for DXC as a cloud consultant. That's when I realized that I should pursue a master's degree, and I plan to come to US. It's been good. It's been a good experience to be in US, complete my MS. I completed it quite fast. I completed it in 1.5 years because that's how I wanted to do that. I had an MBA plan and things like that. So I had to expedite my first degree, that was the MS. It was quite tedious and very interesting too. And with friends like Rob and other people over here, it was fun.
So this past summer, Mayank had a great CPT internship here in the DFW area in Irving. Just tell us real briefly, just kind of the company's name and what you did for them.
So I interned at JVC Kenwood. As a product manager, my responsibility was to design and define the development of radio systems that the first responders use. Our radios are almost used by all the counties in US.
Okay.
We have a huge competition with Motorola. So that's what my role was. I was a product manager with them.
So Mayank, at first, before you even had that job, what were things that you were doing to try and get an internship? What are things that people told you to say maybe you should do? And what were maybe things you did differently that maybe helped to get you this internship job?
Yeah, I feel my story was slightly different. So initially when I came to US, everybody was talking about your persistence.
Okay.
The way you apply for jobs, the way you put in your applications.
Hundreds and
hundreds of applications.
Too many.
Yeah, but that was something that surprised me. After having 5 years of work experience and things like that, I never believed that this was going to work. Somehow I was not impressed by this, the whole concept of mass and not quality. I decided to first clarify my thoughts. I organized myself. I decided what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do. So first I worked on eliminating and picking the few types of jobs that I wanted to do, the exact nature of my work, and what were the roles that I would fit into. With that, I sorted out few things that suited my portfolio, and product management, project management was where the two most that were according to me. I was also looking at consulting because I had a consulting background. I wanted to move from technology consulting to management consulting. So I started my applications based on that. I didn't apply to a lot of places. I applied to hardly 6-7 places, but I made sure my application was well prepped, and all my applications were very much according to the job roles described and what they were looking for.
So what do you mean well prepped for your application?
So let's take an example. If you are applying for something like a product management, you make sure to depict those qualities of yours in your resume, the specific responsibilities or job that they are expecting. Those you should have an indication of those in your resumes. that's the way you show your work experience. And even if you don't have work experience, you must have had a few projects in your college, you must have had a few leadership roles, and it's just the way in which you portray these things and put it in front of people or the hiring managers, saying that this is what I have already done and this is how I would contribute to your organization. Because at the end, what it boils down to is the contribution that you are going to make, how you are going to make them earn more money. That's what should be shown in your resumes.
So kind of branding yourself.
Exactly, yeah. And not branding yourself as the very best. I mean, at times what people do is write everything that's best about you in the resume. That's, according to me, that's not what is expected. What's expected that you're good at few things and you can manage other things. And the few things that you're good at are exactly the things that are mentioned in the job requirement.
So that you're not branding yourself for how on lots of things, but you're branding yourself on the few specific things that shows that you're a right fit for that position.
Yeah, you don't want to show yourself as the Hercules and you can do it all. You have to just show that you're good for that particular job.
And then everything else will teach you anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So you had this approach. Instead of filling out 800 applications, you just fill out a couple, but very well thought out strategic applications.
Yeah, that was my way to go about it. Because I didn't like filling a lot of applications. I just hated that idea, and I was lucky that somehow I landed into a few interviews and worked through them.
So what was helpful for you in those interviews?
A very important part in any interview is to make stories. You might have a lot of knowledge, you might have a lot of experience and skills, but what's important is how you depict them in stories. Not everyone can directly understand your skills and your capabilities, but once you try to convey that in terms of stories and say how you did certain things, why it was necessary, and how that helped you and the organization both, and how you led others and things like that. So having a story around all these things is very much important, because story is something that makes people listen to you, sort of get attracted towards what you're saying, and if you're trying to show that there's something good in you, people are willing to listen if you have a good story. So the very most important thing is to build nice stories. It won't happen overnight.
It takes practice.
Yeah, you'll have to sit and think about your stories first, and think which stories are aligning to which characteristics or which qualities, and then build those stories again and again. You keep refining your stories all the time, and that's how you work around it.
Yeah, in America, if you're getting an interview, they already think your technical skills are good enough. The interviews are more feeling about the connection, the relationship, the personality fit. And the stories are a great way to communicate that help you connect with the people that are interviewing you and considering you for the job. Can you share an example of one of those stories?
I had a story where I tried to show how I could contribute to the society. This was nowhere required for me to show in my interview, because when you're in America, they don't just care about your skills, they also want to see how good a person you are, and is it good for them to sit and work with you for 5 days a week. That's a very important part. So I decided to tell them a story where I worked for NCC Scouts back in India, and how I managed a family planning program during that, and many of the polio drops that we circulate over there. So all these movements, how I supported them, how I coordinated, they were quite impressed by the way I managed the complete program end to end. So this was something, although it directly didn't relate to any of the skills required on job, but it really worked for them to see what I was as a human being and how important society was for me.
Yeah.
How I was going to take care of other employees over there and be interactive with them.
Yeah.
It's most important.
One of my recent software developer recruiter friends told me that when he does interviews, he cares less about GPA and technical skills and cares more about the people that are involved in other things outside of the classroom. They know that you're smart, they know that you study, but Mayank's story is a great example of being involved in something outside, contributing. This shows his initiative taking, his teamwork, that he saw a project through, and that's really what matters in the American workplace. So that's a great story, great example that can really connect with the recruiter and tell you more about your life. It's just not the details and information on the resume.
Yeah, and that's important because for you, that interview might be the only one, but for the recruiter, he has been listening to hundreds of people.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't want to listen to the same skill stories again and again.
Or everyone just begging for jobs.
Exactly. When you come in with a different story, something different from others, then they want to listen to you because that's indirectly they get interested in these things.
That's a great idea. Yeah, crafting your own stories to show your strengths and your experiences that are really going to connect. You guys, Mayank just gave some incredible information. What I've learned, speaking with so many international students, there is no one just best way or only way to get a job. I love how he's got a different approach, he's trying different things, and it's worked for him. And so be open-minded, be willing to try different things, especially if something's not working out, be willing to try something else out. And so yeah, take his advice, put it to work, and see if that works good for you. Thanks so much for joining us at Chai Coaching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you'll be updated whenever we got more new helpful content out for you. Connect with us online on social media. And yeah, thanks for joining us. The chai was good, the conversation with Mayank was good, and we'll see you guys next time at Chai Coaching. Have a good one.
And do share with your friends and family.
Definitely. Thanks so much. Take care, guys.
Bye.